That's perfect for you. All right, you look great, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Good.
I'm here in Montgomery County, and I've met someone who has hopefully some influence on what's going to be happening.
You're spoiling the election, ma'am.
I'm not.
We're going to wind up with a Republican.
It's not going to happen.
We could have a shoe-in with a real progressive, and now we have all the money that could be going to candidates in other races to take back Congress, needing to be spent on Mark's campaign, your campaign, when we could have had easily a real progressive as county council member. Please drop out of the race and throw your votes towards Mark. Don't spoil this, please. Thank you.
So you hired an actor. That's very clever. And now you get a chance to rebuttal.
No, I didn't. I'm running for county executive. I'm a last-minute entrant into the race in Montgomery County because I really felt that we need. Well, people tell me they really wanted a choice between the two extremes that were otherwise going to be on the ballot. I'm the pragmatic, sensible person that has a long experience in leadership in Montgomery County.
So one of them, I'm assuming, is Mark Ehrlich, then, right?
Mark is on the left, and Robin Ficker is the gadfly on the right. Mark, I'm a lifelong Democrat. Mark and I agree on lots of things, but we don't agree on how to move this county forward. And that's the biggest issue for us as a community. How are we going to increase investment into Montgomery County? That's the big issue, because if we don't have that, our taxes are going to go way up because we're not going to be able to support the great services, the great resources that we otherwise offer to our residents. So that's why I'm in the race.
I have a question. So have you spoken to the predecessors in looking for endorsements, either our president?
Well, you know, right now the Democratic Party is a little anxious about me. I had to step away from my party membership. But I'm the one who's been elected 4 times as an at-large member of the county council on the Democratic ticket. I'm the one who's gone to the Democratic National Convention twice as a delegate. I'm the one that the Democratic Party just did a very nice tribute to me in the spring before any of this happened. So I have real Democratic Party roots, and I'm not going to disrupt the party. I think it's just a smear tactic that people are offering up. The Republican registration in Montgomery County is 1/5 of our population. And most of the Republicans know that Mr. Ficker is a gadfly. He's not a credible candidate at all. So it's between Mark and me. And the question is, what's going to be the future of Montgomery County?
So may I ask you, what's the most important aspect of your campaign, though? Is there one particular item that really stands out that people
Well, the thing that
might
we
be the
disagree
litmus
the
test?
most about, I think, is how we feel about growth, how we feel about encouraging investment in Montgomery County.
Commercial growth or nonprofit or residential?
All of it. How we grow our community, certainly within the guidelines that we've set for years. But how do we become a welcoming community that invites everyone and doesn't categorize them based on their resources, but really finds a path for everyone to share? And in our economic success, at the end of the day, everyone wants a good job. At the end of the day, everyone wants a decent home. At the end of the day, everyone wants a great school system. We need all those parts to work together.
Are there any numbers out there, that abstract or otherwise, that you sort of see citing as a goal of where you see us now versus where you'd like to be?
I want to see some real job growth here. We really
what kind of numbers
are
you talking? What's the percentage?
I don't have the numbers
Okay.
at hand. There's statistics out there that I don't entirely agree with that suggest that we've only grown like 6 businesses over the past number of years. I'm not sure that's accurate. But at the end of the day, we need to be understood as a community in the game for a private investment, because the private sector is going to grow us. What we learned during the recession is the public sector isn't. With whatever's happening down in D.C., it's not a reliable source of jobs or contracts going into the future. We need to define ourselves as a place for the private sector to be.
Last question. I want to ask you about the center of interest would be downtown Silver Spring.
That's wonderful.
Not far from here. And that's been certainly developing over the last decade or so. What's your thought on that, and what do you think?
Well, I'd say if my opponent, Mark Ehrlich, had had his way, it wouldn't have happened. He was not in support of the development that we've seen there so far. Indeed, it's urban, but we need to continue that. That's the kind of place that we want to have on top of metro stations. Likewise in Bethesda, similarly in Wheaton. These are places where we've made big public investments in infrastructure, and we want to get the private sector money in there without tax support. That's our challenge moving forward. Businesses tend to shy away because of our tradition of not being that supportive. We need to change that.
Okay, lastly, is there anything else? What's on your wish list besides, as you said, jobs and inclusiveness and economic development, which are standard items? What's the other thing that's on your wish list right now?
Well, I think besides that, one thing we disagree on, I think we need to look at our roadway infrastructure as well as transit. Not everybody is able to take the bus everywhere. That's a key thing. And frankly, we need to get out of the liquor business.
Interesting.
Thing, not a big.
Where's the money going to come from, though?
But at the end of the day, I think it's silly for us to pretend that prohibition is still in place.
Okay.
So we'll be looking at that, seeing how we can move out. Of course, there are people to protect and revenue to protect.
What about the purple line? How do you feel about that?
It's great. It's great. It is not creating ethnic cleansing, as Mark has suggested. It is creating opportunity for people, and that's what we're all about.
Well, you're here to relax today, and I know that politics is everywhere, obviously, but you're fighting a good fight. You obviously believe in what you're doing, so congratulations to you. And how do you think it's going to turn out? What's it going to come down to?
Well, I'm going to win. I'm very optimistic. I've had a groundswell of support. That's what propelled me into this in the first place. People countywide want a more centrist, pragmatic approach to our future.
What's the date to look out for?
Well, November 6th is the big one. Our early voting starts on October 25th.
And you've got a website so people can keep up with you?
NancyFloreen.com.
And a Facebook page and all that good stuff?
All that stuff, yes.
Okay, see you on Twitter or whatever social media of choice?
We try to do it all.
All right, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
That's right.
Hi, my people.
I'll tell you one thing. You got a great sense of humor, and you're very
people.
gracious, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Thanks for speaking with
absolutely.
me.
Okay.
Cheers.
Hi, everybody. It's going to be okay.
Beautiful.